Now somebody wants to text about a topic.
Right. All right, we're on.
Hey, welcome back. Special presidential edition of One Voice here. Don't mind me. I'm trying to get a topic off the phone real quick. But just to jump in, I hope everybody went out and voted. If you didn't, I'm not mad at you. If you did, I don't want to know who you voted for per se, but I'm just curious as to why.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, same here.
People voted for who they voted for. Because it seems like right now, it's more like, who can I tolerate the most?
Yeah. That's exactly how I feel. Like when I went and voted, I was sitting there, I was like, I'm not really confident in the candidate that I'm picking. It's just I don't want the other candidate in.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, and that to me is just like, that wasn't the feeling that you want to come away with.
No,
you know?
when you're making a major decision. I mean, I don't even know if it's major at this point. That's another subject. But coming into it, I'm getting off the bus coming from work. The voter place is right across the street, and I was telling my man, some lady was like, "Could you please vote for Donald Trump?" I'm like, "Really?" Like,
no. There you go.
Come on.
There you go.
Honestly, I mean, and like I said, I want to hear as to why people voted for who they're voting for. Because like I said, when I see Facebook posts, it's more or less like, who do I hate the least right now?
That's it.
I hear nobody talk about, Hillary plans on doing this or Trump plans on doing that.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah. It's just, I hate one more than the other. And it's like, to me, it's like, well, okay, yes, obviously somebody is going to be elected. But at the same time, it's sad that this is what it's come down to.
Yeah, it's like whose slander campaign got on your nerves the least.
Exactly, yeah. And it's like, of course, I mean, and like you said, call in, because, I mean, this is our personal opinion.
Yeah, this is just...
Okay, so if you disagree, that's fine, But, I mean, obviously, I did not... Spoiler alert. Vote for Donald Trump.
Yeah, just in case y'all...
had to wonder. No, I did not vote for Donald Trump. Now, is Hillary, am I ride or die? Absolutely not. No. Absolutely not. She's a Clinton. But,
do your research on her husband, and he was more than just a saxophone weed smoker, that made him popular with our people for some reason. He wasn't like... Everybody had him up there with, like, Kennedy and... everybody, looked at him like he was super cool because he smoked weed, he played blues music.
Yep.
You just educate yourself.
Yeah.
Watch the 13th Amendment.
Yeah.
But
excellent movie. Shout out to the 13th Amendment. Yeah. That was an excellent movie.
Watch that on Netflix and learn yourself real quick. Mm-hmm. But, another thing is on the presidential campaign. Whew. Are we done with the Katie McGinney commercials yet?
I'm Katie McGinney. I'm Pat Toomey, and I approve this message. They should seriously have a limit and designated times in which campaign ads can run, because it's literally every commercial. As soon as a commercial breaks, it's like it's the same commercial that was on 10 minutes ago.
And I'm sitting here looking at the commercials during football games, TV shows, and what I'm noticing, it's funny, but imagine. The next president and the next how bad if the commercials now are damn near they're like vulgar now. Yeah. Imagine what it's going to be like the next time somebody runs for president.
Oh my gosh, they can pretty much call them anything they want except for they dropping F-bombs.
Thank you.
That's it. It's like I'd be sitting there like, okay, like isn't there like kind of some type of bounds? And each year they just get wider and wider. It's like
there's no middle ground. Yeah. There's no and I know
soon they'll be talking about their kids. They'll be
talking about
the son's a crackhead.
They'll have a clip of you doing something that you didn't even know you were being taken. Yeah. Put this in the commercial real quick, like a stunt double.
Exactly.
Like, this is what he was doing last night. Exactly. Is this the guy you want to run your country?
Thank you. Like exactly every single time. And the thing that gets me is. It's like you're sitting there slandering them like you didn't do the same thing back over here.
Like Hillary and Trump you guys used to hang. They used to hang out.
Thank you.
There's pictures of them playing golf, and their husbands were hanging out.
Thank you.
So I'm like, did you get together and say what slander you could use against each other, or
yeah? Hey, you know what, Hillary? That was kind of out of bounds. Don't put that in there. Okay, I won't say anything about Bill doing this and this, but okay, that's fair.
Can I just say he cheated?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I won't say it was with a younger intern. I won't say that. But yeah, it's like, come on, man. That's why I want to hear why some people actually voted for who they voted for.
Yeah, I want to know too. I want to know too. I want to know why, and also too, I want to know why the Trump supporters. I want to know what it is about him.
Thank you.
That makes you want to that would make you want to say, you know what? Here's the guy I want to lead my country, and I don't say that in a smart way. I just want to know.
I want to know. I'm super curious, and people, and some people are like they won't say anything as far as their reasoning why. But my thing is behind that. Okay, if you're not going to say why you voted for him, then we're free to assume that you support. Tell me one positive thing that he actually said.
Yeah, or done. Or
one political statement that he's actually made. He's kind of like, he's like a political hype man. He's like Flavor Flav from Public Enemy. He comes out and gets the crowd going.
Get that hate flowing.
Yeah. And Chuck D never comes out with the substance.
Yeah.
It's just a hype man.
Yeah.
He comes to Pittsburgh, and you guys, no disrespect, but you guys were so dumb.
Yeah.
He was waving the towel around. It's 2016. He's talking about bringing steel mills back.
Yeah.
Really? And people were like, yeah. And I'm like...
It's the silliest... It's like they're never coming back.
This isn't the mid-50s, late 60s.
Thank you.
They're not coming back.
No. And why would... And to be honest with you, what are we going to... Look around. Do you see steel nowadays? When's the last time you saw steel?
Thank you.
I know he uses steel
mills back. He just hit on the one thing he knows about Pittsburgh.
It's actually comical. Or whenever she stole, his wife stole Michelle Obama's
speech. She
didn't even change it.
Infringement on her speech. She
didn't even change one word. Out. Thank you.
So I'm like, come on.
In college, that would get you expelled.
You get expelled from school for that. And that's where I'm at with Trump. I mean, so if I wanted somebody, you could put it on the Facebook page. You could call in. You could do whatever. I just want to hear why you actually voted for him. I mean, I'm not holding it against you because Hillary's not the best choice either. Believe me. No. It's just like, in my opinion.
But one of them.
I'd rather go with the person who. Yeah.
At least she has some experience.
That's the thing that sways me. I mean, at least she's familiar with it. I mean, and people will say, well, he's a businessman. He's had successful businesses. But then on the back end, look at the other stuff that he's involved in. Like, he's involved in shrewd businesses where people didn't get paid.
Thank you.
They weren't even creditable.
Thank you. Cheated on his taxes and brags about it. That's what's crazy to me. Never have I ever seen somebody who is so open and proud.
Thank you.
And proud of cheating.
The other thing I wanted to say about my man Trump, because I haven't told people, the one thing I respect, if I can respect anything about him, he holds no punches.
No.
Period. And you'll never see that from a political candidate. And that just lets you know he's not a political candidate at all. At all. He's he's not wilding out. He's just throwing jokes back. And we were talking earlier, when was the last time you heard my man step in front of a mic and answer a question without a joke? You ask him a serious, hey, Jordan, what's your stance on nuclear warfare?
Yep.
I'll beat their, I'll kick him in.
Exactly,
You never answer any questions.
Nothing.
At all.
Nothing.
Or if you do answer them, you do something, you're like, the first thing that comes to your mind is, what can I say to get the crowd to pump their fists in the air?
Exactly. And it's like, all he ever does is he immediately just tries to hoist blame on somebody else.
Thank you.
They'll ask him something like, well, what about those comments that you made about, Mexicans or blah, blah, blah? well, let me tell you something. Barack Obama did such and such with Mexicans, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, well, first of all, he's already president, okay? Something you're aspiring to do.
He won already.
Yeah.
Like he won.
He won. He's good. We want to know about you, like and you in particular. Yeah. What do you have to say about it?
Thank you. That's like me coming up to you and saying, okay, Jordan, you're on this new project at work. What do you think? What do you think is the main issue? The project keeps breaking down. Well, I heard the last dude that worked here, he didn't know nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
So when he was here and he did it for 2 years or 4 years, everything, it was terrible.
Yeah. Exactly. That's it. And
I'm going to change it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like he's no substance.
None.
All propaganda.
None.
All propaganda.
It's like, how are you going to do anything that you said? We're going to win. We're all going to win. Okay, well, how are we all? Explain that to me.
Yeah.
Give me something. Yeah, give me some substance. Give me something tangible.
There's no. He's all effect. There's no cause. Yeah, we're going to win the game.
He's a TV star.
Like how?
Yeah, he's an entertainer. He's an entertainer, and that's what is so sad, because it's like, to me, it's just one of those things where, and again, this is my opinion. This guy is an entertainer,
and that's it. And like I said, if you're watching it and you're saying, no, he's more than that, let me know.
Yeah,
honestly,
because I'll be the first
one I'm down to be educated. Mm-hmm. Down for a conversation, back and forth, whatever. Mm-hmm. Let us know why my man is qualified to be president.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying, like I said, Hillary's not leaps and bounds, above him or whatever. He's not. And I hate to make it a racial thing. He's for one class of people.
Yeah.
Period.
Yep.
So you can say what
rich
you want.
Friends. Yep.
Yeah, he's for one class. He's the epitome of white privileged male in our country. I got money. I could kick who I want, say what I want,
grab
who I want, rape who I want, molest who I want.
Yep.
And laugh at you when you ask me about it.
Yeah. And you're not going to do anything about it.
No. I can cheat on my taxes if I want. I can find loopholes and excuses for everything. Yep. Because I know the people above me, 9 times out of 10, I can pay them off and shut them up. This dude, at the beginning, when he first started running, he said senators were getting paid off. That's some ish.
Thank you.
That will get you killed on scandal.
Thank you.
Like that. When I heard him say that, I'm like, man, the TV show is real. Because that's the stuff that will get you killed.
Thank you. Exactly. That's why I was sitting there, like, when he said that, and it was like, wow. Like, you really just came out and just blatantly said that. And then on top of that, it's like, okay, if you're going to say something like that, that doesn't just drop off.
No.
We don't just let that one just slide. Yeah.
And those are the dudes you're making deals with.
Thank you.
That we don't know about.
So
now they're like, what the? Like, I'm exposed? Okay, so what's next? Like,
you
know what I mean? To be exposed. And then, to jump on Hillary, like, she has a couple ounces more of the integrity, or at least if she doesn't have it, she hasn't shown it. Mm-hmm. He don't hide it. No. So, you know what I mean? It's whatever with him. But
she is a Clinton.
She's a Clinton. She got the things I like about her. She got in the camera. She addressed stuff that her husband did, which is dumb.
Yeah, because it's like, first of all, that's their business.
Yeah, if he cheated, that's whatever. That's
I never understood.
She didn't go nowhere.
Yeah,
she stayed. Whatever. They moved on. But she has like you said, the political background. Mm-hmm. She's revamped Harlem in New York. Uh-huh. She's, campaigned, and she's done all kind of work. Mm-hmm. Like, the only thing I can say with Trump, like you said 2 minutes ago, he's like, only when you think of him, you think of The Apprentice. Yeah, the reality TV.
He's an entertainer. Yeah.
And that's what gets me when people don't act like it's real.
Yeah.
Like, Like, this is, he's the head of the state, potentially. Yeah. Like, you can wake up and a reality TV star could be the president.
Oh, yeah. And it just goes to show you how backwards that the country is. Because it's like, here you have Barack, who actually got into office.
Thank you.
Has the background, has the intelligence, has the education, schooling. And actually, you have everybody who measures the economy and by the way, took over a failing economy from a president that you people voted in twice.
Two times.
Two times. He was messing up terribly the first time, so let's put him in again.
So let's give him another shot.
Yeah. So here comes Barack, and he does this, and he's told he's a failing president. But yet, Bush was in office twice, and we have Donald Trump, who could potentially be the next president. If that doesn't show you how much of a joke,
like politics is,
yeah, I mean, it's like in general that of just people's thinking. Like you realize this guy could potentially lead you to nuclear warfare, wars, pass policies and procedures that are not in your favor. This is, I mean.
He's dropped a ball in every area of his life.
Literally.
And then people want to put him in position to run the country and make the major decisions.
Yeah.
That's what I want to know, how people can actually go out and say, that's my man, I could ride for him. Because to me, when you say you ride for him, I'm like, all right. That lets me know where you truly stand. Because he's, like I said, he's never said anything with any substance about what he can do for the country.
Nothing.
All he keeps saying is, let's make America great again. There's nothing wrong with America.
No.
But if you're going to say that comment, okay, dissect it and break it down. What's wrong with it? How are you going to make it great again? How's this going to appeal to the masses? Not just the people up here in the small percentage. But
the 1%. Exactly, Yeah, how are you going to what are you going to fix about America? And this is why I say too, and again, like you said, we're not trying to we try to be broad with everything. But I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna step out on a limb and say this, and I really hope that it's heard and people really take into account this. The next presidential election, especially I say we, because we African Americans, people are always saying we want the African American vote, we want the Latino vote, we want those two. Those two are really important, and they are. And my thing is this: I believe that we need to not vote, withhold our vote until we have a candidate that will sit down and we sit down and say, by this time, if you are elected, you said you would do these things, you have to have them done. And I want this in writing.
And I know people are going to hear that and say, okay, so you want someone to make promises. No. What he's saying is there's pertinent issues.
Yeah.
Period.
And we always get the short end.
There's pertinent issues. So you never hear, when's the last time you seen a commercial? Honestly, black people, white people. When's the last time you ever seen a commercial or any campaign, political, governor, mayor, whatever, senator, where they said, we're trying to get the white vote.
Yeah.
We're trying to get the white vote.
Exactly.
Honestly, let me know. Somebody who you always hear I've heard it today around 1-2 in the afternoon. Trump's concerned about the Latino vote in Arizona because he made comments about them. So if you're valuing the Latino vote, what my man's saying is, okay, since these votes are that valuable to you, the votes are being made by robots. The votes are being made by people.
Thank you.
Who are expecting some kind of change, something significant to come from casting their ballot for the next president, whoever it is, the next person, next man or woman or whoever. Next probably will be a robot that runs for president. Yeah. But like he's saying, like some people, and I hope this stirs up something in people to be like, yeah, you know what? Because right now, to me, voting only does so. Like it to me, it's really minute. A lot of black people, and like I said, I'm speaking on my people because I can't speak for a white person. I'm sorry, but a lot of black people are voting now, and the first thing I hear is, you owe it to your ancestors, you owe it to your forefathers. If you're not voting, you're on the sideline, and you're not making a difference. I agree with that. To an extent. It's 2016. That excuse is old to me now.
Yeah.
Like I said, we talk every day. I respect the men and women, black and white, who were out there fighting for us to have the right to vote. They were getting hosed. They had dogs biting on them.
Yep.
They were told they were less of a man or a woman.
Mm-hmm.
And then they got the right to vote, and what changed?
Thank you. And you know what? Exactly. Yeah.
What changed?
Still getting, and it's like, look today. We're still getting attacked, still getting murked by cops, still in economic deprivation, still isolated. It's like, come on. Like, it's seriously, it's like, it's just, I'm tired of always picking the candidate that's not going to beat us up as bad.
Thank you.
It's like we're always picking the candidate where it's like, okay, we're not going to get beat. With the exception of us supporting Barack, generally, black people have always voted Democratic. Yep. And that was usually because they didn't beat us up as bad. We were going to get the short end. We're going to screw you.
Yeah.
But it's just how bad are we going to get screwed? And it's like after a while, it's like, okay, this isn't working. Because we're sitting and we're running to these polls, and I voted, and I voted, and I voted. And it's like, well, what are we receiving? What are we receiving? We're not receiving. These people get their 4 years or their 8 years, and then they get out.
So look at, today's November 8th. Go to November 8th, 2017, and we'll revisit it and see what significantly, if Hillary wins, what changes have been made. Because to me, the thing they try to do is, I see Trump going to Baptist churches, standing there looking so out of place.
Oh my gosh. It's like, when's the last time you were at a Baptist church?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Standing there looking so out of place.
And shout out to the coons who sit there and sit up there. Yes, your thing, Master Trump. Yeah. Master Trump. It's like, y'all are the reason why a lot of people do not take churches serious.
Thank you.
Because churches are serious, but not when you see those clowns.
When you let that into your doors.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
To the church doors. And I'm sitting there like, did you guys not see the commercial where he's campaigning in front of black people?
Thank you.
Like, you have the worst schools. You live in the worst neighborhoods. You're the worst educated. Why not vote for me?
Yeah.
Really?
Exactly.
And I'm like,
here's a little backhand comment for you.
Yeah. Now I got to clean it up. My PR person said I got to go make it look like black people like me. So where's the most popular place?
Thank you.
For African Americans? The church.
Yeah.
So let me go put a nice check in this plate.
Thank you.
For this black church.
Thank you. Yeah.
And they'll let me into.
They'll let you in. Yep.
And then Hillary, just so I can stay even.
Yeah, we'll stay even.
I wake up in the morning. I turn on Power 105. Charlemagne, DJ Envy. Hillary Clinton's there talking about rap music and hot sauce and I'm like, really?
Negroes passing cornbread around.
Thank you.
Pure coonery. I said, oh my goodness. When I saw it, it's like all you have to do is just get up and dance and do whatever stupid little dance.
I like Beyonce. I like Jay-Z.
Yeah, the whipping nae, the hucklebuck, whatever the heck whatever stupid dances that y'all do.
Shoes.
Exactly.
All this. Like, when is...
Exactly.
I'm waiting for a presidential candidate just to show up with shoe polish on their face. And some big red lips.
And fried chicken.
Watermelon and chicken in one hand. Like, people...
It's like, why does it always have to be something related with music and dancing? It's like, you can't just come in and talk. And it's like, people, stop falling for that. Because they fell for that with Bill Clinton. Oh, he can play the saxophone.
He loves jazz.
Yeah.
He's from Arkansas. He just kissed a black baby.
Yeah.
I'm like, he probably got one.
Thank you.
Like, he's had a black woman. Those things aren't relevant.
Thank you.
Like, we'll chase after...
the dumbest stuff.
We'll chase after symbols to make you think these multimillionaires really care.
Thank you. Because they can come down and slum it with you
for an hour.
Dance, do your stupid dances or name a few of your songs as if that has something to do with life.
And that's what gets me. Like, even in the one thing we were talking about this morning, yesterday, the younger people, I only hear people our age in their 30s, some people in their 40s, 50s. These are the only age generations I hear speaking out on the wave of on politics, on the president, Hillary, Trump. I never hear the 18, I'm fresh. I'm allowed to vote now. What's up? I'm an adult. You gotta graduate to adult issues.
Yeah.
Like I never hear younger people have an opinion because I'm like, okay, blink your eye, you'll be 30.
Yeah. Before you know it, yeah. Before you know it, you're going to have a family of your own.
Thank you.
And these are going to be issues that are very, very pertinent to you. Like I don't think people understand that it's like, yeah, it might not affect you immediately, but it will affect you.
Like you're living for the moment, but the moment's going to fly by. Like the club lights go off. You're out of that phase, and then you're into the next phase. Mm-hmm. You're into a career and a wife and kids. Mm-hmm. So if you don't take it, even look at it now, because I swear, when it comes to the youth today, if it's not something embarrassing somebody,
fighting, degrading women, knocking somebody out, some type of violence,
then it's not relevant.
Yeah.
So, and that's why I sit back and it's like scary. It's almost like
it makes you wonder, like, did I make a mistake bringing children into this world?
Exactly.
Because it's like you look at it, it's like, for instance, okay, here we are, we're on our show talking about real life issues, and it's like, okay, we're on our way up and coming, but if we had a girl in here in a thong,
thank you,
talking about this is how you exercise, even though you being naked has nothing to do with you exercising.
Thank you.
Immediately, a couple thousand views.
Exactly.
Easily, no problem whatsoever. Wouldn't even think about it twice. Yeah. And it just goes to show you, like, it's like, okay, I want to fast forward
to
15, 20 years from now. When all those people who are half butt naked and knocking each other out and doing all that stuff, whenever they're older, trying to explain that to their children,
to their family, like that. And that's the one thing, like you said, if I had some girl, if we said, all right, we just talked about the craziness with the campaign and the president, but right now we're going to mellow things out and hit the light.
Yeah.
Some girl came out here.
Yeah.
Curvy girl, and she
Twerking.
started dancing, and she started, stripping down. Everything would go up. You know what I mean? But like we always say, like you can't stand on that, like as a person. Like,
it doesn't work.
Yeah, and and that's why I always say, like, who you vote for is more than and I'm not knocking my friends or family on Facebook, but to me, you lost if you're out here with selfies with stickers on your heads and I voted today. That's to look cool.
Yeah.
Period. You can, if you think I'm wrong, let me know why. Because you said nothing at all. You just put a picture of your face in a sticker. You didn't say I voted for Hillary because she said she's going to make a change in this part of the economy or this part of the school system. Or I voted for Trump because he said he's going to make this change. You just said, like, I voted, let me take a selfie because somebody before me at 2 o'clock voted and they took a selfie. So I voted at 4. So where can I put my sticker at?
Yeah.
Like it's like a contest. Like you said earlier, it's almost like it's like a bandwagon thing.
Yeah, I mean it's like you look at it and it's like, to me it's just one of those things where I just feel that we keep coming up on the short end of the stick. And I feel like we're rushing out to the polls to vote, and that's cool, but it's one of those things where it's like it feels like it's more at least at this point in time, it feels like it's more of I just want to fit in. Yeah. But it's like, well, what is the strategy?
Thank you.
Do we have a strategy behind this? Because these people can't relate to us. I mean, either of them cannot relate to us.
I've heard more references about this. Just show you how they can't. I've heard more references about rap lyrics and like that's not who we are. Mm-hmm. That's who you think and what society says we are.
Thank you.
Like he doesn't talk in rap lyrics.
No, we don't sit. We don't come in. We don't go to work and come in and dap each other up 5 different times and sing a song. Like it's.
So you gotta use your third eye when you hear candidates say like Donald Trump said like. Jay-Z, he's comparing Jay-Z's lyrics. These are the worst things I've heard. Like, you'll hit on that. That's minute.
That's nothing. That's literally nothing.
That's minute to good black people. And it just goes to show you, whenever you hear people say and imitate you, the way they imitate you or the examples they use, that's how they really think.
That's how they feel. Thank you.
Honestly.
That's how they feel. And that's exactly, you hit the nail right on the head. That's how, that should tell you something. Anytime that the candidates will come to a radio show that plays hip hop and not to TV One.
Thank you. Yeah.
Like that shows you right then and there where we think that you are mentally.
If Hillary really, 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 really wanted me to believe anything, she would have sat down with Dr. Umar, with my man from Tariq
Nasheed. Yep, Tariq Nasheed. Yeah.
She would have sat down with, she could have sat down with D.L. Hughley.
Thank you.
Somebody who has the right image that you want to portray.
And can convey everything across properly and make and actually really paint the picture of where we are at right now in this country and what we go through. And that's they don't. It's like instead it's just I'm going to appeal to the fantasy side of things. And it's like that's hip hop. Let me let you guys in on a secret. Hip hop is this much of our culture.
Thank you.
Okay? It's that much of our culture.
And I wish we would start getting away from it. Yeah. Honestly, a lot away.
It's not what it used to be.
Away from it. Period. Mm-hmm. I rather listen to off subject. I rather listen to R&B music now than listen to where we're at.
Thank you.
As far as music, but like you said, when you come on, you're coming on a hip hop radio show.
Thank you.
Okay.
I mean, that's exactly it. Like it's like to me, it's just like you're coming on a hip hop radio show.
Then you're talking
what does that have to do with
hot sauce and and we don't see that. We see it as they're down.
She's
that's
relating.
Not being down.
That's not being down.
She's found that lowest common denominator that she thinks that'll
keep you happy.
Yep.
This will keep you happy.
Think I'm cool.
Yeah.
If I say I like this Beyonce Lemonade album.
Exactly.
They'll think I'm cool if I know one of Jay. Somebody fed her that stuff.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Exactly. Like, so what should I go in there? Like, you know what? What do they talk? What do they?
Yeah.
What's that hottest dance they do right now?
What's the hottest album out right now? Well, Beyonce has this. Cool.
Yeah.
Give me one line from it.
Yeah. Exactly. Who's what's that dance they do that the whip and nain it? Yeah. That'll get them on my side. Yeah. Like exactly.
I did it before I came in.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm sitting there like, it sounds all good, but you can't, like, too many of us are swayed by the deception. We never see past the curtain. There's always something behind the curtain. There's someone behind her.
Thank you.
She's 60-something years old. They're not doing what they're saying.
Yeah.
Period.
No.
Like, come on.
Come on. Like, seriously, knock it off.
Like and somebody's going to hit me tomorrow. So my man voted. I ain't vote. I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all. I didn't vote. So when people come up to me and say, well, why didn't you vote? And I'll say, why aren't you out here talking to young kids? Why aren't you out here with the show trying to promote positive things? Why aren't you out here, when we were younger, trying to grab youth, trying to do certain, different things? Like, why aren't you available to people who actually need you to be available? So when people say, why don't you vote? I'm like, because to me, it's a privilege. And
and we're not taken away from them. All you're saying is